However, the operation did fail to secure the bridge over the River Rhine near Arnhem, a bridge too far. This is Eindhoven, the central point of our Crazy Rides Market Garden tour. As you probably know, Market Garden was the operation where the Allied forces tried to get into the Netherlands from September 17th until September 25th, 1944. The operation consisted of an airborne assault, seizing 9 bridges over the Dutch rivers, the market part, and a ground attack, moving over those seized bridges to create a corridor of around 103 kilometers, 64 miles into German territory, the garden part. It was a very ambitious plan and fast execution was key for its success. The air forces could only hold the bridges without the help of the ground troops for a few days, and the paratroopers were only lightly armed and had limited supplies. The operation succeeded in the liberation of Eindhoven and the city of Nijmegen and some smaller towns in between. Outside of the city center, there is a special memorial in memory of the American 101st Airborne Division liberating Eindhoven. But here, in the center of Eindhoven, you will find this square, the 18 September Plein. 18 September being the date of liberation of Eindhoven. And still, every year from September 18th until the second Sunday in October, the Lichtjesroute, the Route of Lights, is being held here in Eindhoven to celebrate its liberation. The route follows the route that the Allied forces followed, and where they were greeted by the inhabitants by putting up lights behind their windows, the Route of Lights. And here on this square, next to the City Hall of Eindhoven, you will find this War and Liberation Memorial. A sad story to the liberation of Eindhoven is that the day after the inhabitants had greeted their British and American liberators by singing and dancing in the streets, they got bombed one at a time, still causing many civilian casualties. Operation Market Garden, besides the liberation of Eindhoven and Nijmegen, did create a corridor of around 97 kilometers, 60 miles into German territory. However, the operation did fail to secure the bridge over the River Rhine near Arnhem, a bridge too far. All because the delay the land forces encountered, because the German forces had demolished the bridge at the village of Son, just north of Eindhoven, and because the corridor was just a narrow dual carriageway, and therefore the land forces were under murderous fire all the time. And that's why the corridor is called Hell's Highway. Eindhoven has more to offer than just war and market garden memorials. It is a very pleasant city in the south of the Netherlands, and it has grown from a small town in the 1200s to one of the biggest cities in the Netherlands now. Much of its growth due to Philips, from the lamps and electrotechnical products, and DAF, the trucks. And although a lot of people think that the city has got its nickname, the City of Lights, because it was the home base of Philips, that's not true. The nickname came from the match industry that has been here since 1870. In 1885, the match industry employed over 900 people, being the biggest employer here in Eindhoven, and producing matches for the whole world. More recent, Philips was a driving force behind the establishment of the high-tech campus Eindhoven. At the end of the 90s, the R&D activities of Philips were spread across the city. And in 1998, they established the high-tech campus just outside of the city to have one location for all their international R&D activities. Now, the high-tech campus is home to more than 140 companies and institutions. and it is said to be one of the best locations in the world for high-tech venture developments and startup activities. In the center of Eindhoven you can visit the Philips Museum, here in its first factory where the first light bulbs were made in 1891. If you're interested, you can also visit a DAF museum for the trucks, and that's just a 20-minute walk outside of the city center of Eindhoven. And of course, we will share both of the links with you. Eindhoven is also a nice city to do some shopping, and it has a lot of restaurants and bars for you to enjoy after your ride, like here on the market. Or here at Stratens Eind, and here at the Kleine Berg. Another cool part of Eindhoven is here at Strijp S. It's the former industrial park that was owned by the electronic company Philips. Since 2000, a lot of creative companies and housing has been established in these former industrial buildings, followed by bars and restaurants. And that only a 20-minute walk from the city center of Eindhoven. So we think Eindhoven has enough to offer for you to enjoy after your ride. If you are also looking for a good place to stay in Eindhoven with suitable parking for your bike, check out the video Where to Stay in Eindhoven in the middle of your screen and keep going crazy now. And if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell as well, and then we will see you on our next crazy ride.